What up though everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Gum Bottom. It's your host G Sneaks, and today we got a shoe review, but I'm gonna put a spin on it, man, because when my customers came through and picked up their 5s yesterday, there was a lot of concern, a lot of controversy. People just had a lot of opinions about this shoe, and they wanted me to voice my opinion on, different things that's going on in the sneaker culture and how they feel about it at this point. So we took a poll and we came up with 3 questions that they want me to answer here today on the review. And just because of this shoe, man, this shoe to me, you know what I'm saying, I kind of had a loss for words, you know what I'm saying? In this video, look, don't get me wrong, this is not a video on me being mad on why Jordans don't sell out. Because that is, I could care less, you know what I'm saying? I could care less if Jordans sell out, you know what I'm saying? That's never been it's never been me to worry about what another person buy and what another person wearing on their feet. You know what I'm saying? Because just being honest, I don't care what a shoe is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like no Jordan has its just due until I rock it. So I don't care who I see with it on their foot. I don't care what celebrity. I don't care until I wear the shoe. It ain't been done right. Honestly, in my opinion, I feel like I'm that confident enough in my style and the things that I do and the way I wear my shoes and things like that. I feel like a shoe is not sweet until I rock it. So I don't care who buys it. I don't care who sell it. I can make all shoes all J's the same to me. You know what I'm saying? Because they all got their different personality and they all got their different story. So some of them are just a little harder to get than others. But the same thing, a retro 4 is still a 4, a 5 is still a 5, a 6 is still a 6, 11, 12, 13, whatever. They all still the same shoe to me, you know what I'm saying? And colorways match different clothes. So when I'm wearing these colors, I rock this shoe. The theme and all that behind it, hit or miss sometimes. But like I said, they all the same to me. GR, Supremes, OVOs, Undefeated, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like none of that is just due until I rock it. So I don't care who rocking it, who I see on their feet or anything like that. When I wear a shoe, then I'm satisfied with the shoe. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into this one, and my honest opinion, this one was just dope. You know what I'm saying? And I like all shoes. I like a lot of Jordans. I like these shoes, you know what I'm saying? And Jordans, they fit my habit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to wear the same shoe twice. I don't like to wear the same shoe twice. I like to wear a different shoe every day, especially when I go somewhere. If I get up, if I put on new clothes, I want to put on new shoes, period. You know what I'm saying? And Jordans is the only company out there that's really feeding that. You know what I'm saying? How many brands out there has 365 different shoes? You know what I'm saying? You can wear a shoe different. You can wear a different Jordan every day of the year. You know what I'm saying? Minus a couple days you didn't go somewhere, or minus a couple days you might have wore a shoe twice just because it was that nice. You know what I'm saying? So not too many. No Yeezys. No brand, just because, and it's not because these brands can't, it's just because they just have been given birth to. They haven't been around long enough to have that many product. You know what I'm saying? Nike can, but you're gonna wear different versions of Nikes. You know, Jordans can because you're gonna wear different versions of Jordans. It's not that many different versions of Yeezys, not that many different versions of Irises. There's not that many different versions of pennies. Foams. It's just not. It's that there's hundreds of different Jordans. There's not hundreds of different Yeezys, foams, MMBs, things like that, blah, 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 blah. So let's get into it, man. And like I said, we got the questions going down today. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on the answers to these questions. I ain't gonna hold nothing back, because what I did say, I don't care if these shoes don't sell out. That's not what this video is about. I'm just giving you the direction of where the game is going, how it's being marketed, and blah, 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 blah. So that's what this is. So the official dark stucco, S-T-U-C-C-O, dark stucco, University red, style number 136027, color code 051, Air Jordan 5 Retro. And like I said, in my opinion, I thought this shoe I think the shoe is perfect. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just dope in its own opinion, man. They really did a good job on this. There's no extra glue, there's no blah, 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 blah. You know what we always look for, quality, craftsmanship, glue, anything like that. They really did their thing on this, and the theme behind it was dope. The camo on the 3M camo on the tongue, the 3M camo on the heel, the minus the Air Jordan on the back with the cross, what you call this, a badge, it says Air, then a 23 under it. So the shoe had a different spin, you know what I'm saying? They had a different spin off your regular GR Air Jordan 5s. They gave this one a different spin, and the theme was dope. They also put this theme on the Retro 1. But when we did see the 3M camo was on the Air Force 1s first. They did the Nike ID pack with the 3M camo, and then they brought out a couple different versions and variants of the Air Force 1 with that 3M camo. So that's the first place that I remember seeing 3M camo. But now they put it on the Jordan. They released the one. The one was kind of just put out there. It didn't really have an official release date. It just popped up on Nike.com. But this one did, and I think they did their thing with this one. I really like this one. I actually like this one better than the Supreme camo. I don't like the Supreme camo. I just thought it was ugly, you know what I'm saying? But this one definitely looks better than the Supreme camo. So you can put your opinions down below, you know what I'm saying? I get back to them, I answer the questions and things like that. But I think this one looks better than the Supreme camo, this camo right here. So you got that dark stucco upper, and it's a mixture between an army green, a gray, and a tan. You know, because different pictures make it look differently. So you might think it's gray, you might think it's army green, you might think it's tan, but it's like a mixture of all three of those. And then they put the hits of red, which was dope, on the sharp teeth, the inner sock liner, Jordan on the tongue, and then the stitching on the back, and the Jumpman on the bottom. Done. The shoe's done. You know what I'm saying? There's not more they need to do, or there's nothing they need to take away. It's done, in my opinion. Clean. It's clean, it's different, it looks great. Bow. I don't care if it's sitting on shelves, I don't care, because when I get to wear this, somebody's gonna go back and go get it based off me rocking it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna see it, they're gonna be like, damn, where you get those from? Or you still got some of those? Or, you know what I'm saying? So I could care less if the shoe sell. And to me personally, I like an easy cop. Only time I really like to camp out and stand in line for Jordans, I didn't do much of that in the first place. But when I did do it, I just like the energy. I just like to talk to different sneakerheads. I didn't like, you know what I'm saying? I never liked a hard time getting the shoe that I really wanted. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, when the hype shoes came out, everybody came out. And that's what got on your nerves, because it's like, well, I've been buying every release all year. Why do I have to stand in the line now? Just because all you guys want it. Now I gotta stand in line, you know what I'm saying? Now I gotta go through this hassle, and I gotta get up earlier, or I gotta do this just because all of you want it today. But what about the Jordans last week? You didn't want those. What about the ones before that? You didn't want those. You know what I'm saying? Those was easy cops, so they all should be easy for me because I get them all. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. That's my honest opinion. So when Jordans don't sell out, I like it. It's an easy cop. You know what I'm saying? I don't care other people buying these shoes. I don't care blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? When I get ready to go get the shoe, when I get ready to wear the shoe, then I feel like the shoe has been done its just. So let's finish the review up. And I got you some dope pics, close-up pics that should be bouncing around the video. But here you go. Here's the bottom. Here's the inner, the back. So let me know how you feel about these shoes and how you feel about, you know, any things that I've said so far. You know what I'm saying? Did you pick these up? Was you feeling them? Was you not feeling them? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm gonna be wearing these pretty soon because I wear all my 5s. When I get 5s, I wear them fast because 5s is one of those shoes that I really enjoy wearing. You know what I'm saying? It's just dope and just look sweet to me on foot. So I always throw those on ASAP. So get your on foot, get your look at these. Take out the sock liner. They also got that dark stucco. It's not really much to it. That's the thing. It's just a sweet color. The colors are very sweet to me, and I'm a fan of grays, tans, whites, and you know, just those off colors. You know, 10 years ago or 11, 12 years ago, this would have been considered one of those limited Jordans where probably one store would have got them. You know what I'm saying? But now here in 2017, they putting out stuff like this at a wide GR. You know, these went all the way down to kid sizes. And sometimes I don't think that's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Why does everybody need to have a pair? Why do you need to make something for everybody? You know what I'm saying? Some of these things, you know, a lot of these shoes shouldn't be readily available for whoever wants one, whoever, you know what I'm saying? I just don't think so, you know what I'm saying? I think that leave some, you know, leave something for the top tier, you know what I'm saying? And I know they make the Pinnacles, and I know they make the OVOs, and I know they make the, you know, the Supremes for that, but nah, you know what I'm saying? Those are too limited in my opinion. Them shoes don't even hit your city. You know what I'm saying? But shoes that do hit your city, make them limited within the city. You know what I'm saying? So I think it might be time to get into the questions, because now we're getting more to that side versus the shoe review. You know what I'm saying? So let me finish this review up. And the inside sock liner, like I said, it's all red. And then you got the inside insole, which is that stucco color with a red Jumpman. And Jumpman on the bottom. I reviewed this shoe many times, so you know about the net, you know about the shark teeth. You know about the fighter jet background of this shoe. You know about everything. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Bow. Retro 5. And then on the back, ooh, even then on the back of the sock line, the back of the tongue, the Air Jordan. Upside down, which used to be only upside down on the 4s, but they started putting it upside down on the 5s as well. So we're gonna get into the on foot of that in a minute. So we're gonna sit these right here, and we're gonna get into the questions. Let's get it. Be right back. All right, guys, here we go. Air Jordan Retro 5 Camo, AKA Take Flight on foot. And you heard the review, man. You know how I feel about this shoe, man. I thought it was done super correct, just fly, something different. Nice, very nice twist to a classic shoe. And it was dope, man. And it looks great on foot, as you can see, especially when that 3M get the popping on the tongue. And then also the heel. There you go. Air Jordan Retro 5, Take Flight. Might even see a little 3M popping now. There you go. Side, front, side. And I'm telling you, you ain't even gotta worry about matching this shoe, man. These one of those shoes that it's hard to match anyway, so don't even try. Just let the shoe speak for itself, swag it out, you know what I'm saying? Throw some blue jeans on and kill it. Crazy. Tie them up, wear them, loose them, really don't matter. The shoe gonna speak for itself. There you go. Air Jordan Retro 5, Take Flight. Like, comment, subscribe, appreciate the support, let's get it. Alright guys, now that we got the review out the way, we just got done doing the on foot. Now that we got the review out the way, it's time to get into the questions. And this is the part that I'm excited about, because we're about to teeter the line of opinions and things like that. You know what I'm saying? We about to ruffle some feathers, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But hey, I just tell the truth. I tell the truth and I give my honest opinion. So without further ado, let's get into it. Questions. First question, which this is probably the one that you figure would be the first one. First question, why are Jordans sitting? Why are Jordans sitting? And this question is, you get asked this every single day, you know what I'm saying? And it's misinterpreted. It's misinterpreted. Anytime somebody asks you why Jordans are sitting, they don't understand what's going on. You know, they don't get the bigger picture. Because technically, Jordans are not sitting. From a numbers standpoint, Jordans are being produced at an all-time high. The manufacturing is up 200-400%. You know what I'm saying? Stores that was getting, 5 years ago, stores that was getting 10, 15, 20 pairs, those stores are getting 100 pairs, 100, 120 of GR. When GRs come out like this, they flood the market. They flood them. Space Jam 11s, the ones that just came out in December, they probably made close to 1 million pairs. When 5 years ago, back in 2009, when the original Space Jams came out, not the original, but when they started reproducing the 11s at the Christmas time, they probably only made 400,000. I wouldn't even say 4. I'd probably say 300,000 pairs of those. Now here it is, 8 years later, you're making close to 1 million pairs. You know what I'm saying? And they want anybody, basically what they're doing is anybody who even thinks of coming to the store to buy this shoe, they want to produce a pair for that person. They wanted to take out the reseller, they wanted to just cut the middleman all the way the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to have to go to a third party to get the shoe that you want. They want it to be on the shelf at Foot Locker, Foot Action, Champ, any distributor they got. They want the shoe sitting there for whenever you get your money together, and that's what has happened. But there's consequences to that. That's what has happened. So whenever a person get their money right, there's a shoe for you at the store. You don't need to go to the reseller. You don't need to go to over there to blah, blah, blah to get the shoe, because we have something on the shelf for you. That was their goal. They've accomplished that. But there's, like I said, there's consequences to that. These things used to be limited. Like I said, 6, 8 years ago, stores was small quantities. Small quantities. They used to be, you had to stand in line, and that made urgency. Urgency. That's what got people up out the bed at the crack of dawn. Urgency, because they knew that this was a limited run, and it wasn't gonna be there when they got there if they slow poked around. So the early bird gets the worm. So, and it wasn't always resellers like that. It wasn't always resellers like that. When I was in high school and things like that, when I was copping Jordans, you had to get up early to go get it. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just, you didn't get it up early. You didn't get up early to go buy it to sell it. You just got up early because that's what you had to do to get the shoe to wear it. You know what I'm saying? So they made it seem like the resellers was getting up and camping out to get the shoe to sell it. But that didn't start till later on. That didn't start till 2000, after the 2000s. Everything before that was the same. But, so yeah, from a number standpoint, Jordans are still doing the numbers that they always have done. You know what I'm saying? They still selling, you know what I'm saying, 100% of years ago market. They still selling that on release day. So if a store sells 30, 40 pair, that's 100%. That's a sellout considered 5 years ago. But now here in 2017, there's shoes for everybody. And another thing that you gotta look at too, Jordans have spread across such a wide market. The other day I just seen a NASCAR commercial, and Nike and Jordan brand has now begun to sponsor NASCAR. That shit wasn't going on years ago. So now you have NASCAR fans that look to buy Jordans. You have soccer fans with the Neymar collab. They looking to buy Jordan. There's a whole lot of soccer fans. You got football, you got basketball, you got soccer, you got baseball, you got boxing with Andre Ward. You got all of these fans. You are marketing to a globe now. Before you were just marketing to urban communities. You know what I'm saying? So you just put a few in urban communities. They sell out, hoopla about it, the hype spread. You know what I'm saying? But now, you got such a globe looking for this product. You got the whole globe for it. You got kids from all over the place, all different demographics, all of them want sneakers. They all want the pair of Jordans that they want. You gotta have some sneakers for these kids, bro. You gotta have sneakers for these people. If you market in NASCAR, you gotta have sneakers from NASCAR. If you market in soccer, you gotta have you gotta have sneakers for soccer kids. If you market into baseball, you gotta have product for baseball kids. You know what I'm saying? And not just kids, just people in general. So, with that being said, like I was saying, there's consequences to that. When something that was once considered limited and a luxury, and it was held at a higher point, that's no more. So what they didn't, and I don't know if they anticipated on this or not, but what we kind of seen come as a blind side was the fact that the essence has been stripped from these products. So this was considered a luxury. So when you see somebody with the Jordans on, what was the first thing that you thought? That person got money. That's the first thing when you said 10 years ago, 11, 12, 15 years ago, when you see a person with Jordans on, first thing you thought, oh shit, that motherfucker got money. You know what I'm saying? He got that dough, he got the cheese. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was growing up, those was the people that was able to afford that shit. You know what I'm saying? The D-boy, you know what I'm saying? This was the shoe of the hustler, the person that you wanted to be like, the dude in the neighborhood that was getting it. He had the nice car, he had the nice shoes, he had the pretty girl, he had the blah, 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 blah. And that's what you wanted to be like. And the first step taken to becoming that person or becoming someone like that person was these. So when you got your hands on a pair of kicks, you felt like that. That's how you felt. Those days are gone. You know what I'm saying? Those days are gone because you're not necessarily looking to those people for style and things like that no more. Everybody, we in a era where self-expression is at an all-time high. So people don't feel like they gotta wear one thing to be cool. They feel like they can do whatever they want. And I'm so pro of that. You know what I'm saying? Go. By all means, anybody out there, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But I think one thing that Nike didn't anticipate on was the strip of the essence of the product. So now, a person just feel like, hey, whenever I get my money right, I can go to the store and see what you got. You know what I'm saying? When I get certain phone calls, when people call up to G6, or I get certain phone calls, they don't ask for a specific shoe. You can tell they got some money, you know what I'm saying? They have gotten probably a check from work or however, they come up on some money, and the first thing come out their mouth is, what you got in my size? Not, do you have this shoe, do you have that shoe? I'm looking for this shoe, do you have this and that size? No, it's just, what do you have? And I will choose from what you have and buy what I like. And once again, all pro, you know what I'm saying? Buy what you like, that's what we represent, buy what you like. You know what I'm saying? But Jordans have just taken the back seat, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no urgency to get this product anymore. You know what I'm saying? People just feel like whenever I get to the store, whenever I get my money right, I go buy the shoe of my choice. You know what I'm saying? And the repetition that Jordans put out helps that even more, helps that along because if I don't get this one, I just get the one that come out Saturday, or I just get the one that come up after that because there's always shoes have such a short lifespan. They only got 2 to 3 days. If people don't get it on Saturday, if they don't get it on Sunday, if they don't get it Monday, it's damn near out of sight, out of mind. So those are just the consequences to Jordan pushing the manufacturing up through the roof. And it's not just Jordan, it's Nike, it's a lot of these brands, you know what I'm saying? But the brands that are on the come up, Easy, everything else, they have stolen Nike's original strategy and use it against them. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll say that it's not a competition, but there's a competition, bro. They're competing for the consumer's dollar, period. You know what I'm saying? No company wants you in line buying somebody else's product when you have a product for sale of your own. We want your money. You know what I'm saying? We don't want you giving our competitor money. We want your money here. That's why they bounce around release dates like that. They run from each other's release date because if you're going out to buy shoes, I want you to buy mine. If you plan on purchasing a shoe, I want you to purchase mine. I don't want you to go buy the competitors. So that's what that is. So I hope that answers the first question on why Jordans are sitting. They're sitting today just because they have the design, that is the marketing strategy for sneakers at this point. Nike is still selling a Google amount of product from Nike to Jordan to Converse. Ugh. It's still a god-awful amount, and it's way more than has it been in a recent year. The product amounts go up higher and higher and higher every year. Like I said, stores have, even the little bitty stores, you know what I'm saying, when they wasn't even getting GRs, it was some Foot Lockers and things, you getting the shoes come out, decide nope, and it was a GR. To now, yeah, we got 50 pair, we got 60 pair, and they don't even necessarily have the foot traffic to sell all those 50 pairs. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I hope that answers the question. Shoes are still selling, it's just a lot out there. There's an awful lot out there because the brands want you to come get the shoe from us whenever you get your money ready. You don't have to wait and save up to get it from your reseller. There's a shoe for you on the wall whenever you get your bread right. Boom, let's get it. Next question. All right, moving along. Question number 2. Now, question number 2 says, what is the perception of sneakers? Okay. Now, what they meant by this question was, what is when you see somebody rocking sneakers and things like that, like just what kind of aura do you give off? You know what I'm saying? What do people think about people that wear sneakers, and what do sneakerheads think about sneakers? You know what I'm saying? What are the perception of the different sneakers that are out there? And we kind of touched bases on that in question number 1. I kind of went to that topic. The perception of sneakers, like I said, when I said that, you know, the style from your hustler, you know, your everyday hustler, usually that's what was the perception that Jordans had. Jordans had the perception of, I hustle, I get money, I'm cool, blah, 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 blah. That's what that was. That's out of the window, you know what I'm saying? People, when they associate sneakers with money, because that's first thing, and I use money because when a person dresses up, that's the first thing they want to feel like. When they put their clothes on, they want to feel like, I look like I get money. You know what I'm saying? I look like I got something in my pocket. I look like I'm into some shit. I look like I'm not a nobody. I'm somebody. So when you turn the TV on, and the people that do have it, or the people that we believe to have money because they're marketed to have that money, when they come on, when the TV cuts on, they're not wearing these. You know what I'm saying? Either the biggest artists are pushing their own shoes, as far as Future, Kanye, Big Sean, 2 Chainz, Pusha T. All of those have their own shoe brands that they push from different Meek Mill, different companies. None of those people are signed to Nike and Jordan. All there is Puma, Adidas, Fila, you know. And that was one of the things, crazy but believe it, that was one of the most ingenious things that Adidas did. They went full-fledged, dived straight into the water of modern day entertainment. They got in bed with all the rappers. Nike didn't do so much of that at first. I think the only rapper that they signed was Drake, well, they signed Kanye first, but then that went, you know, we all know how that ended up. But I think they kind of steered away from the rapper point at the moment, and they focused more, because Nike's always been an athletic driven company, and their biggest endorsements always was through sports. And Adidas and everybody else, they didn't more so have that, you know what I'm saying? Because the biggest sports people in the game always wore Nike, you know what I'm saying? But Adidas, I think their biggest athlete before Kanye, I mean, Kanye's not an athlete, but their biggest brand promoter, I want to say it was T-Mac. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm trying to remember. T-Mac, you know, Reebok had Allen Iverson, and that was just as good as Jordan at times. Because they sold, you know, Reebok always sold shoes to kids because Iverson marketed heavily to kids, including myself when I was younger. Jordan's was more so a older guy shoe, you know what I'm saying? Older. Your dad had to buy you Jordans more so your mom bought you Reeboks. She was more willing to buy those because it was a lot cheaper. And people wanted Iverson just because he was the coolest shit on the planet at the time. But the perception of sneakers are the fact that people want to look like they got money, they want to look like they're somebody, and when you turn the TV on, those people that they believe, they're people that they look up to, the idols, they're not wearing this, they're wearing Yeezys, they're wearing some other whacked out shit, they're wearing some stuff that just you may or may not wear. And we live in an era that people are more so very impressionable than they have ever been, you know what I'm saying? These people are wearing the most whacked out shit that they can find, you know what I'm saying? And Jordans don't necessarily go with that style. They go to Yeezys because Yeezys complement that style so well because that's how Kanye dressed, you know what I'm saying? So the perception of sneakers is very wide at this point. It's very wide because, like I said, there's a huge time for people self-expression. You got men dyeing their hair, you got women cutting their fucking shit off. You know what I'm saying? Women walk around with half their head cut off. Men walk around with blonde stripes in their head. You got dudes wearing dresses and painting their fingernails. And we just live in a crazy era. You know what I'm saying? Social media just really helps push whatever you can market, whatever you can make look cool. There's an audience for that. And social media gives those people a voice. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, more power to everybody. But those people not wearing Jordans. So Jordans, like I said, Jordans have taken a back seat to a lot of things that's going on in the world. Because there's a wardrobe for everybody. Have you noticed that? I don't think you guys noticed that. Anybody, whatever you're into, if you skate, if you play basketball, if you rap, if you climb trees, if you fucking fight fires, whatever you do, there's a wardrobe for you. You know what I'm saying? So people just have found ways to express themselves, and whatever they feel comfortable in, they're gonna wear it, because that we live in that day. People don't, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I hope you get what I'm trying to say, because I'm trying to explain it. But yeah, perception of sneakers, that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's just a wide variety, because the sneaker culture is at an all-time high, you know what I'm saying? There's so many people into it, but sneakers is just one aspect of a lot of people's life. There's one aspect of mine, there's one aspect to the next. People are into a lot of stuff. Me, I'm part of the hip-hop culture, you know what I'm saying? That's where I was born, that's my era, hip-hop, so that's where I'm at with it. There's people that love sneakers that don't like rap at all. They don't, that's not they, you know what I'm saying? They rock and rollers, so they're gonna dress like a rock and roller, and they're gonna wear what a rock and roller wears, and those shoes that they get into, they're gonna buy, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, yeah, I hope that answered that question. So, moving on to the next. All right, guys, last question. What direction do you see the sneaker culture going? Okay, so what direction do you see the sneaker culture going? So where do I believe that the sneaker culture is going in the future? As of right now, the sneaker culture is as popular as it's ever been. You know what I'm saying? You got a wide variety of people in it. It's multilingual, it's multi-biracial, and multi-demographical. You know what I'm saying? Which means it's as big as it's ever been. You know what I'm saying? I honestly used to feel like it was just a small group of us years and years and years ago when I first started doing reviews. But now, you got a sneakerhead being born every single day. Every day somebody wants to get into reviewing and buying, and you know what I'm saying, and reselling. So it's as big as it's ever gonna be. And with that comes, you just like I was touching on with the perception of it, you're gonna bring more and more different styles to the game. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna come from where they're come from, their background, their culture. They're gonna bring that to the community. You know what I'm saying? What they like, what they wear, and the people that become more popular in it are gonna drive the direction of the styles. So if somebody that's really big into Jordans and they blow up and they become popular amongst the culture, you know, whether it's from rap, whether it's from acting, whether it's from reviewing, and whatever they like, the culture will drive that way. I honestly believe. So I believe that's the direction that the game is going. It's just, and another thing, I also believe that it's up for grabs. You know what I'm saying? I believe there's a lot of people in it, but I think nothing's sticking. You know what I'm saying? There's no necessarily, the people that are in top positions in the game, in the culture, which means that their voice rings bells, and whatever they say, they drop a lot of videos, and I just don't think they know what they be talking about. And it's just only a matter of time before somebody blows up and actually might know what they talking about, and might know some thing or two about culture, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody that's just in it right now is just in it for the fame and just hoopla, whatever that falls out their mouth just happens, especially when, you know, when Complex does the sneaker shopping. I have not had one on there yet that I was like, okay, that was a dope show. Everybody else just comes on there. I think maybe DJ Khaled, you know what I'm saying? Just for the simple fact that DJ Khaled just knows his shoes, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily what comes out of his mouth, but just know his shoes, you know what I'm saying? But I like something. I remember when Puff did his. If go back and watch Puff's. He say that the wall is cool. He say he love what Nike and he love what Adidas and he love what everybody else is doing. But he say when he comes back, he wants to see a whole new showcase of new talent. He want to see what the new people have to offer, the up and coming artists, the up and coming designers, the up and coming, what's the new product? He's basically saying that these products been on this wall for decades. So he's just interested in seeing what new shit is gonna be available in the near future. So, and I thought that was probably the best thing that he could have said, because it goes with what I'm saying. The game can go any direction at any given point, you know what I'm saying? So it's here now, but next year it could be over there, or next year it could be over there, you know what I'm saying? So I just hope y'all, you know what I'm saying, dig some of my knowledge and some of the opinions I have on the sneakers. So we answered the questions. 1, 2, 3. Quick breakdown of the question again was, why are Jordans sitting? What is the perception of sneakers? And what is the direction that I believe that the sneaker game is going? So I hope I answered the questions correctly. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos and more huge projects coming. We're working on a world of shit over here. So I just wait for you guys to say you're ready and then I'll drop it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we working. Once again, Air Jordan Retro 5 Camo Take Flight, available now at probably all your major retailers, including